What's good, YouTube? Hero Duelist. We got the spiciest Trickstar deck profile ever featuring Steve the Man. Let's do it.
Alright, so this is to go second build, and you'll see that as you get into some of the other tech cards. But to start, it's just the standard Trickstar engine, so 3 Candina, 3 Licorice, and then the 1 Lily Bell. So all the mentality behind playing go second build is because Trickstars have difficulty getting over high attack monsters, you have to play these go second cards anyways that break boards. So rather than play half go second cards and half go first cards, you just play the whole engine second. So we have the 3 Eaters to help break boards. Also push for a lot of damage as well. And then hand traps galore, so 3 Ash, Ogre. So 3 hand traps have all 4 of them. They're each good in their own specific matchups, and especially with all these FTKs running around, you just want to see at least one of them every time you play. And if Pems go to FTK you, or even Gem Knights, and you have a hand trap, then they end up with a really weak board, and you can break it really easy. And then for game 2 and 3, they're really easy side out targets because they're usually not all good in every matchup, so you just side out whichever ones are dead.
Is there no Gamma because Gamma's more of a go first?
The issue with Gamma is that I play 3 Desires, and another thing with, so a lot of times I'll banish the driver, but also with Trickstars is they don't, like when I Desires or when I draw, I'll almost always have a monster on the board, and I always want to draw, I'll never have, the Trickstars will never give me live negates, so I always want to draw cards I can just use right away from the hand, so like these hand traps. And the issue is if I have a monster on board and I draw into Gamma, it's just dead. So like, you play Gamma and Invoke because you have Mechabus sitting on the board and that's it, walking negate. But because Trickstars don't have those walking negates, I don't like it. I just feel like it's just a dead card in my hand, and then they can just make a big board and it's hard for me to get over.
Okay.
The one honest, just an extra spot. It's really good because if you see it game 1, they start getting paranoid about game 2 and 3. It's also good in the mirror matchups and such. Then the rest of the Trickstar engine. Go second build. It's also 42 cards, so I play the 3 Desires. A lot of times you only need, the only thing that really hurts getting banished is the Licorice and the Lily Bell. You only need to see 1 Candina, and the light stages aren't overly important once you get to 1. So that's why I play the 3. 3 mind controls, and then the 2 board wipes. These help force out negates, and then these are just the board wipes. Also with this, you can mind control and use them for link plays. So one thing that comes up a lot is you mind control the Electromite and then just making Grease Suit and start pushing through scales.
Oh, that's sick, actually.
Yeah, and they also get over other stuff, like these get over Borreload really easy, Conductor.
Oh, yeah.
So it just deals with problematic monsters really easy. And like Trickstars push so easy for game. So like even if you just mind control
take it all
and
away.
just go for game, then you can win with that.
That's fresh.
The 3 Evenlies in the main. A lot of decks are saying stuff now, and like everything in this deck's meant to go second and start breaking boards, so if you can just get an Evenly off, you're winning against a lot of stuff. This deck has a really good True Draco matchup, so, and it's mainly because of this card. Especially seeing it, especially playing in the main, a lot of these decks that set a lot of stuff like Paley or Draco or even Trickstars, they don't expect this game 1, you can just blow them away with this.
Yeah, of course.
So definitely keep them in the main. And then the 2 Reincarnations, only 2, because you're always trying to break boards as opposed to make them. So you switch this occasionally, but a lot of times you're going for Licorice more. They're okay to hard draw, but I never want to see more than 1 of these in my hand. And then the side deck. So the other 2 Honest, they help with Draco because it's one really easy way to get over the monsters without using any effects. Really good in the mirror because people don't play around it at all. And then it's just a good generic card. 3 Kaijus for Draco, which is pretty much the only thing I side in against. And then 3 Cherries for, well, I'll get to that later, but it's a pretty standard card. The 3 Twin Twisters, which are good for Draco and Paleo and stuff like that. And then the 4 other traps. So the only deck I choose to go first against is Petalums, game 2, just because I have a lot of side decks for going first. So I'll side the Twins in and also side the 2 Strikes and the 2 D Barriers, just as some more interruption.
Oh, okay.
And then extra deck's pretty standard. So the only 2 X-Rays E's. The Break Sword's really standard. This is kind of a bit weirder, but you have the mind control, so a lot of times you'll take level 4, you can just make this with Candina. And also one of the issues is, this deck is really good in simplified game state, but if Petalums have their Petalum mechanics up, they'll just outgrind you, especially because Petalum big monsters. So this is, instead of just going for 1 pop of a scale, if you make this, then you get 2 scales, and it's a lot easier to prevent Petalum spam. Cherry targets the 1 Mechaba, the Electromite, and then the Quartz, just because people at locals play Gem Knights. This is really good. People never expect the Mecha to be hit, and then especially if they go first turn to, like when you make them go first, and then they go Invocation to banish like like a Mech Knight from their hand, you just cherries this. It's like they have to end up discarding an Ash to make Purge Trio because they still have to resolve the invocation.
Oh my gosh.
So then they just neg an Ash for a monster that doesn't do anything.
What happens if they don't have a attribute after that?
They don't have an attribute, they just reveal their hand and they show, and then you just get free information.
Oh,
Which
that's
is also,
even better, dude.
Yeah, so it's just it's a really really nice in that matchup. But that deck's pretty strong overall.
Oh, it
so.
definitely is.
And then the other just kind of standard link stuff. 2 link 4s, the Holy Angel. Link Spy is just for dinos because they always give you the token. You can't evenly them and you can't target them. So you just make Link Spy and you just crash. And if you have evenly their board,
Yeah,
or you can just
cool.
make this, or you can mind control afterwards.
Yeah, no, that's dope, yeah.
Because I lost too many times to dinos just because I didn't have this and I couldn't get the token off the board.
Yeah, that was cool, dude.
This comes up, like I mentioned earlier, with the Ingrisu play. So you take the Electromite, and then you make the Candida go into this, and then you can make Ingrisu. Also, you use Chudeco stuff for this. So it comes up a lot with the Ingrisu is the main thing. The one Ingrisu helps chip away scales, deal problematic monsters. Eve is just pretty much a beater. On a clock, just to link away with stuff, and then Decode, Extract. Again, just more standard
What's
stuff.
your opinion on Crimson Heart? I know that like it's a random question and not a lot of people have seen play it, but like I'm just curious.
I haven't tested it too much. The issue with it is it's just a very situational card, and you don't really want to be giving your opponents that many draws. And I feel like the Link Toolbox is good enough that if you're going into the extra deck, that you should be able to clear the majority of boards.
Yeah,
like
of
the
course.
only time Crimson Heart's really good is if like you're just going for a Hail Mary Geki or something.
Yeah.
So I guess it serves purpose. It's just a matter of can you fit it in the extra deck, and because of the cherries targets, I can't.
Yeah, of course.
Also because I played the extra Tornado Dragon, so it's not a horrible card, but I don't think it's really make or break either.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your Trickstar profile, sir. Everyone, I hope you enjoy the profile. This is the Hero Duelist. Stay frosty.